Welcome to the channel, everybody. I'm sharing a couple of CDs that actually did come out in 2022. One of them actually hand signed by a rock and roll freaking legend. My favorite two CDs that came out in 2022, at least the ones I bought on this physical format media. Also got this for Christmas. This is kind of cool. So this is coasters, right? You put coasters down. Right now I'm sitting in a camping chair. I don't know if you can see that. I have a camping chair here by my side, and this is from Christmas. We had the whole family over. This is a small house, so seating is limited. So I went out and drug out my camping chair. It's got a little shelf on it. I don't want to have a ring on there, so I'll just set that there. That was fun. Anyway, getting to the CDs. So this is a great CD that I picked up and I haven't spent this much money on CDs in a long time either. Like new CDs. Who's buying CDs, right? Well, I am apparently. Part of it is the high cost of vinyl. I mean, when this came out, it was like $50 for the double album, and I just wasn't gonna pay that much. So I got the CD, which is it's pretty cool. Little gatefold on it, but I like this album. This is a great Scorpions album. I haven't really liked some of their new stuff until this album. But this is the first album they put out in years. This was cool. It came with a pin, so that's another cool thing about independent record stores is they're like, hey, we got a shipment of pins in with these CDs and records. Do you want one? They didn't even charge me for it. Like, here you go. Cool. They gave me a couple. I got one for my wife as well. I'm a rock believer. I shared some of that album in a separate video too. This is not just any Ozzy Osbourne Patient Number 9 record, all right? I enjoyed this too. This is amazing. I'm sure you've heard the stories. This is a huge conglomeration of musicians came together to put this together. Jeff Beck, Tony Iommi. The first time Tony Iommi, right? Black Sabbath. These guys started this kind of whole thing, right? Some of the genesis of heavy metal. And this is the first time that it's funny their relationship because it seemed pretty bitter for a little while when like Ozzy was fired and then he went solo and he was successful, arguably more successful than Black Sabbath was at the time. People could argue that, I know. We had Dio. Chill, all right? I know. But it's cool that he came together, that, you know, their relationship is grown to do something like that he would collaborate on, you know, what could be Ozzy's last studio album. We don't know. More than likely the last recording of Taylor Hawkins on drums is on this record. Along with Taylor Hawkins, Eric Clapton, Duff McKagan, Tony Iommi, of course. Just here, there's a list of everyone who collaborated on this album. It's an amazing group of musicians that got together. So there's a story behind it. I know. I teased you with the story. I'm going to tell you the story, how I got this, because this is an interesting piece, all right? I'm part of a group on Facebook called the CD Collectors something. I can't remember. CD Collectors group. And there's a lot of CD Collectors group, but I like this one. They share a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great characters on there. And I'm up late, going to bed, looking at my phone like everybody says you shouldn't do. It's unhealthy. Don't look at your phone before you go to bed. But I am. I'm looking at my phone. And I see somebody posts in the CD Collectors group, Ozzy Osbourne is signing something like 700 CDs tonight. Or tonight, whenever. I don't know. But I'm not sure what the number was. I think they mentioned 700. And this was on Ozzy's website. So if you follow OzzyOsbourne.com, you'll get notifications for cool stuff like this. Anyway, so he's sharing that on this group, and people are asking questions, right? Like, is it a print? It's like, no. And then, is it an auto pen? And so he starts sharing emails from the moderator of OzzyOsbourne.com, who's, right, saying, no, it's not an auto pen. Ozzy is hand signing these CDs. Like right there in email from OzzyOsbourne.com, Joe moderator. So I guess that was convincing enough. So I went ahead and ordered one. I was going to share the link, right, to purchase it. It was like an exclusive link kind of thing. And I went on to click on it, send it to a friend, and it was already sold out. Like, just a few minutes after I had ordered this and confirmed the order, a lot of hoops to jump through on the OzzyOsbourne.com, right? I'm not gonna lie, it was like, fill out the thing and you're so by that time I was done and tried to send the link to a friend, sold out. Boom, gone. And it took a while to get to me. So this was back in July, and then on September 9th, 9/9, patient number 9, was released, and I didn't get my CD until like October, so not sure what that was about. It takes Ozzy a long time to sign that many CDs. I don't know. I'm not sure the number exactly, but I'm pretty sure they said 700 that night anyway. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, there's another kind of cool. It came with this little booklet inside with song lyrics and a little artwork there. It's got the bat pinned up like an insect. It's got a Franken bat with the, he must have bit the head off and somebody sewed it back on for him, which is great. But so yeah, there's this too. So Ozzy, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. And I remember when Blizzard of Oz came out, and I was just a kid. That's that whole time when music became mine, I felt like, when AC/DC, Back in Black, right around that time. Here's some pictures I took trying to look for the indent from the pen. I think this was an actually pen signed. See, that one's pretty good, but here's the whole thing right there. Now I know there's controversy over it. I've got some pictures. It looks pretty authentic to me. And I've seen some other people share this, and the signatures are different. Like, it doesn't look like an auto pen. Could be. I know bands have been busted for that in the past. There was some controversy over Ozzy. May Ozzy have done it. I don't know. I'd like to believe he signed it. He used to love to sign stuff. It's kind of part of his character. I've heard stories where he would sit for hours and sign signatures until, most everyone was gone. And so yeah, there it is. And I'd like to believe that Mr. Ozzy Osbourne signed this. I mean, odds are he did. Just based on the samples that are out there, you don't really see too many that look alike. All right, so there you go. It's my patient number 9. Those are my 2 CDs in 2022 that I purchased. I like the album. I mean, for all the collaboration and stuff that's on it. I guess my only little thing was I wish it was a little more authentic, right? Like, there's, obviously some digital wizardry at hand with it sounds like with Ozzy's voice in here. All right, and I don't know, and I know Johnny Cash, different artist, but those albums that he made with Rick Rubin and just that gravelly, aged Johnny voice, right? Just vintage. I mean, it worked. It just worked, and it was amazing. So I mean, Ozzy, he's not done yet. I mean, he may put some more stuff out there, but I guess if anything, I think that would be cool, just to hear the frailty I think that you heard in Johnny Cash, you know, just where he was at the time, you know, losing his wife and being as aged and gristly and gravelly as he was. It was just amazing. So I don't know, but it's Ozzy. So I mean, this kind of music, it's sort of like what I really loved about the Ghost album in 2022. I guess I didn't like about this one. I don't know. I'm weird. I mean, it's just, who am I to critique Ozzy? But that's my only thing, is I would love to hear something with his, something showing his like heart, where he's at now, and the frailty of it. I mean, some of the lyrics of this it's pretty dark, right? Like patient number 9. I don't know. Like, I'm dying. Here's how that feels. Music. Somebody shared this. I kind of stole it. I'm gonna just grab it, and I'm not sure who said it, but music is what feels, right? Sound like. What emotions sound like. That's what music is, and there's some of that in here, but it's super polished, and I don't know. That's anyway. Later. Thanks for watching. Give the video a like if you haven't, and I mean, I remind you. I got to be reminded. Some of you guys. All right. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'd love to see you back later. Bye.